to you when you first received them? What was that moment like?
I think I cried, to be honest. It's one of those things where it's like I was counting down the days until we were going to get our wedding pictures back, and you just like you remember the day obviously in your own mind in a certain way, and you want your pictures to match up with that, and ours did. And I think maybe even made some of the memories like more vivid and more beautiful, because I have a terrible memory anyway, and I can't remember a lot of like small details, and like I already forget what our decor and flowers and everything looked like, but we have those pictures to look back on. But yeah, when we first saw them, it was kind of like reliving the day all over again, and it just brought back all those emotions. And
still have our wedding album kind of handy and open to a page a lot of the time.
It's priceless. Like if everyone says, oh, if something were to happen in your house, what would be like the first things you would grab? And our wedding album is definitely top of the list. One of our favorite ones, my mom has a large print of in her house. I'm like, it's the very first one. We need to get this one printed for our house because it's my absolute favorite.
Oh yeah.
So I get even emotional when I talk about that one, but that was like the moment we got married. We had just gotten married. We're walking out from the ceremony, and I think our faces, it just like you guys just captured perfectly the joy in that moment. Like we're looking at each other. We don't know anybody else is in the room. Yeah. So just looking at that picture definitely brings it all back. These are definitely some of our favorites as well. It's like a spread of 4, but these were the ones that you took right after our first look in the forest. So that was like probably the most, I guess, one of the most peaceful, intimate moments we had in that day, because nobody else was there. Like all of our bridal parties had already headed back to Aquatopia. It was just me and Shawn and you capturing the photos. So that was nice because we got to have that time alone to ourselves in the day.
Yeah, that one definitely walking out of the venue toward the pond.
What do they mean to you now? How has that changed as the last 2 years have gone by?
Again, I have a really bad memory, so I like to look back on them just to like refresh my memory of the day. It's really big now that we have a child, honestly. Like Shawn was out of town for like a week, and I like sat down with Miles and like started flicking through our wedding album and showing him pictures of Shawn, and like my family all lives away. So like I would show him pictures of like my nephews that are in there and show him pictures of my mom. And I know as he gets older, he will enjoy like being able to look back on those pictures, right? I mean, right now it's kind of a fun like way to build vocabulary and, you know, help him learn names and that kind of thing. I think I found it surprising how well you like blended yourself into the surroundings. Like it didn't feel like we were getting our pictures taken a lot of the time, which was what I wanted, because I don't really enjoy getting my picture taken that much. I guess how like
it wasn't all staged.
It wasn't all staged. Like a lot of it was very just like you took pictures naturally in the moment. You were able to capture a lot of really flattering and nice photos that we wouldn't be embarrassed to display in our house. Yeah, I think that was probably the most surprising part. Like I thought it was going to be more awkward and like, you know, stand here, do that. But the way that you kind of gave us cues when we did need to do the posy pictures, it was very natural. Yeah.
And you picked like a great location for the first look photos, because I think we had kind of picked an area that we wanted to be, and you're like, oh, I found this even better spot, got permission from the landowners. We had no idea what we were going to be going into seeing that. We just showed up and it was perfect.
We thought photography was a big deal, and it ended up being a big deal. So that was one that actually, I think most people do consider photography the biggest piece, because that's the memories you have of your day, right? Yeah, and like aesthetic and how the room was going to look and all that was important to me. And I put a lot of time and effort into planning like our color schemes and our florals, and Aquatopia was a beautiful setting. but I think it ended up being less important than I thought it would. Like, I appreciated it when we were planning it, but then on the day of, I don't really remember our flowers. I don't remember what our archway like looked like. I don't remember what the room looked like. All I remember was like how we felt in that moment where we were saying our vows and how I felt at the party afterwards, like spending time with our family and friends. We just went with what we wanted, tried not to let anybody else's kind of opinion sway us, because our families, I think at first wanted us to have like a big sit down meal, and we knew that that wasn't in our budget, so we did like the past orders instead. And yeah, so I guess if I'm giving advice to someone planning a wedding, it would definitely just be follow your wishes and try as much as you can to stick to what you know is in your budget and what you truly want for your day.